Rachel, and welcome to this special interactive episode of NBA 2K TV. If you haven't checked out the magic of 2K TV Interactive, here is how it works. I ask the question, you answer, and if you answer correctly, then you win some VC. It's easy as that. So let's get started. Our Legend Edition cover athlete Shaq was also a cover athlete for which 2K game? Was it NBA 2K6, 2K7, 2K8, or 2K9?
My parents always said, so if you follow your dreams, anything in the world you can accomplish. And when I started playing NBA,
it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Washington Wizards. And guys, for the Wizards, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning.
Hey, sis.
How is that for a gorgeous sight? The Washington Monument here in the District of Columbia, so beautifully framed in the sunlight. The Cavaliers coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. Thanks for joining. And with tip-off coming up, we've got...
Well, guys, Isaiah Thomas may be small in size, but he's always...
Great to hear that, D.A. Thank you. Thomas plays with real passion. You can tell he loves playing the game. And Brent, with the grind of the season really upon us, we're about halfway through. Is this the point where the bench helps a team be better, be a bigger factor in going forward from this point?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, Kevin. It's a great point that the depth of your team at this point in the year is something where coaches who feel confident about being a contending team, that they know they can rely on these guys to come in and bring the juice every night competitively.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Thomas is out there with Thunder, and it's Thompson in at center.
A guy who converts well at the rim. You like to see the aggression there.
Yeah, it's the first quarter, and he's already in attack mode, setting the tone right here.
And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
Back to James. Cleveland moving it around. James, a screen on Beal. Back to LeBron. From deep three-point range, and he hits the triple. 3 points there on the shot from Thunder. Thunder's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. All with it. Guarded now by Kevin Love. 11 feet away. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Here's James, and he gets the bucket.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Down low, here's Porter. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Thunder. He's covered by Beal. Gortat with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Porter against LeBron to the left side wing. 4 on the clock. With the shot. That's in there. Love with the assist. LeBron's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Gortat misses.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Count it. Good.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
And finished off by Beal.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. James kicks to Thomas. Back to James. To the middle. And Thomas has it in the corner. Pass to Thunder. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The 3. They get it again. Here's Thompson. And finally they hit one. Thompson's got his first points of the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And Beal kicks to Gortat. To the inside. Morris. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
A nice shot by LeBron.
LeBron right through the defense this time. Incredible at finishing off that one.
And you look at the Cavs coach, Tyronn Lue. Brent, what stands out to you?
Well, he's got confidence. I would tell you, Kevin, I'd have confidence too if that number 23 was suiting up for me every night. But he demands accountability. He demands a respect for the game. And this team has had a tremendous run in the early stages of Ty Lue's coaching career. This doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and the shots are going all over the place in this period.
Connects from three-point range.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
It's a pick by Love. Here's Thunder. He's covered by Beal. Outside Thomas. To the right side. Here's Thunder. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thunder's got his second basket of the night.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Wall dishes to Porter. The kick out to Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Morris right side. No good. That would have tied it.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Porter against James. Right side, Wall. Morris with the screen for Beal. Off target there with the little leaner.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
Love kicks to James. Love the pass to Thunder. James outside. Inside. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by LeBron.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
You could see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, at the 4, it's LeBron with Love at the 5. A lethal front court pair. Thunder is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Shumpert in at the 3 spot. Beal gets a wide open look. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Jazz was definitely a factor. He ended up with 10 points and added to his contribution as well, getting to the foul line. He performed really well. And I could see his role expanding if he continues to make that kind of impact, Kevin.
Hey, David, thank you very much. What kind of carryover guys you think we'll see for him tonight?
Well, we know his confidence level has to be high coming into this game. Physically, he might be a little worn down, but mentally, he's got to be feeling very good.
That's an important part, GA. All players get run down physically, but such a great feeling when you're riding one of those emotional highs and a hot streak, which he is doing right now.
Morris dishes the Wall. Morris with the screen for Wall. Over Thomas. Got that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Wall.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show. Well, when you look at this Washington team, the strength clearly lies in that backcourt. Wall and Beal, arguably the best backcourt in this league. They are the engine that motors this team with their scoring and playmaking.
Dishes to Gortat. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 5 assists in the game.
A huge mistake letting him establish that kind of position down low.
Yeah, defense 101. Don't let him get that deep, and this speaks to the lack of effort right there. No better way to frustrate your coach.
James. Good work defensively by Morris.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And Wall kicks to Porter. Morris a screen. James against Porter. Over LeBron. Offensive rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Passes it to Thomas. Out to the wing. Here's Thunder. And another 3 for Cleveland. This Washington backcourt of Wall and Beal. Last season, Greg, they were able to both stay healthy, and Wizards fans finally saw just how potent they both could be.
And remember all those rumors how these two couldn't coexist? Well, they sure liked existing together last season. I mean, they really carried this group when it mattered, and both just explosive players who are not only leaders, but they're terrific two-way players for this franchise.
From the wing, and the shot is long.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
The dish now to Love. And they double up James. Here's Thunder. Cleveland the rebound. And that one's good. Love.
Signs of relentless work right here from Kevin Love on the glass to grab that rebound.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Washington calls timeout.
Back in 2008, Kevin Love was drafted with the 5th pick by Memphis and then traded to Minnesota, and he became the Timberwolves star player in a hurry. But they couldn't surround him with the kind of talent necessary to make it out of the lottery in the Western Conference.
Wall against Thomas. And Wall. Here we go now. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And despite his production, Love's impact was questioned in Minnesota, even at times, Brent, by the Wolves front office.
The idea in Minnesota is they didn't want to commit to the full 5-year max and had Ricky Rubio at the time as the franchise player. And even the whispers after the trade of Kevin Love, you heard a lot of things that might have been unflattering, most of which I don't think were necessarily true. In the end, the trade worked out for both teams. Wiggins got to Minnesota, the Cavs got a star in Kevin Love, and then ended up with a title.
To the left wing. Wall passes to Gortat. Back to Wall. Goes up at the stripe. Wall missing again.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Thomas gets the bucket.
LBJ terrific when it comes to moving the ball. He has a strong sense for when his teammates are open and then when to deliver.
Thomas against Wall. He kicks it to Beal. Morris a screen. And Porter, here we go. And that one drops for him.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a...
Kevin, thanks.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just... Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. We're seeing a tremendous game from Isaiah Thomas.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
Morris and Gortat together down low. Beal and Porter at the 2 and the 3. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. That's the route for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. And the basket by Thomas.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Beal kicks to Wall. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
The Wizards shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
It's just not easy to contain or control LeBron James. A nightmare when trying to stop him, especially on the drive.
And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or Greg moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens.
Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And that sends John Wall to the free throw line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. The Wizards shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Here's Thunder. He's covered by Beal. Thunder passes to Thomas. Here's Thunder. They get it back. Back to Thomas. The pass to Thunder. 90 seconds now into the second half. LeBron passes to Thunder. He dishes it to Thomas. Pass to Thunder. Tries yet again, and it's laid up and in by Thompson. Thompson's got 8 points.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Wall against Thomas. Goes up at the stripe. Wall, no luck.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
Passes it to Thunder. Thomas a screen. Here's Thunder. Here's Thompson. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
He's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
James against Porter. Pass to Beal. Morris a screen. Now here's Beal. He's guarded closely. Good D by Thompson. Fires the three. And it's James missing. The Wizards have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Porter dishes to Wall. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Cleveland. Washington calls timeout.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and back court for the Wizards.
And really, their guards have been the ones that have done the bulk of the passing and shot creation. Sometimes the ball handlers will look to score more down the stretch. We'll see if that becomes more of a focus.
And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That's foul number 2 for him. The Cavaliers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. James, the pass to Thunder. James, a screen on Beal. Here's Thunder. He's covered by Beal. And there's the feed to Korver. They set the pick. The 3 ball. Morris with the rebound. Well, the Wizards shooting well. They're at 45%. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing, and if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. And Beal kicks to Gortat. Out to the wing. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. Cans the shot from the wing. Wall's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Here's Thunder. Kept alive. Outside for Thomas. Love wide open. He fires. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Outside, Wall. Here's Gortat. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Washington's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, J.R. Smith out there with Thunder. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's LeBron in at the 4 slot. Wall, that's good.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
The pass to Thunder. Hey, Brent, we've seen a number of super teams created via free agency or trade. Do you think that's good for the league?
I think it's great for the league. I think it's awesome to see some of the great players play on the same court together and some of the chemistry that creates. But what's been interesting over the course of the last couple seasons, Kevin, is that we've had these young marquee players stepping up in environments and with organizations now that are must-see TV. So aside from the super teams, there are young players carrying their team to hopefully greater and greater heights that keep you interested in all 30 teams in the league.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul. And you could argue Bradley Beal was one of the bigger all-star snubs from last season. It's great to see what he can do when finally healthy, and has always been a dangerous scorer when he's at 100%.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Jody Meeks comes in for Porter, and it's Frazier in for John Wall. Korver kicks to Smith. Korver sets the screen for Smith. From deep, James. Oubre pulls it in. And with Beal, and Greg, you brought this up with his help because he hadn't been able really to play a full slate of games in his first 4 years in the NBA.
Yeah, and credit him for dedicating his efforts to improve his health. I mean, was a time when you thought injuries would maybe limit his career, but when he's on the court, he is one of the best we have at that off-guard position, and he's only going to get better.
High, arcing shot. A shot by Frazier, no good.
It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Cavaliers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LeBron.
It felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Frazier with it, now guarded by Thunder. Meeks can't hit.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Thunder. He's guarded by Meeks. Back to Shumpert. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Markieff Morris is checked in for Ian Mahinmi. Then for the Cavaliers, Love comes in for LeBron. And Wells is subbed in for Kyle Korver. Morris outside. Meeks inside the three-point line. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
And Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. There's the pick. Frye with the ball. Working on Smith. Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Now the team came in fired up from the opening tip to see the focus. They're ready to do battle.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long and good night, everyone.